Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me for session 4 of the VITA training. This will be the certification testing training. I'm just showing you how to log on and create your account so that you can get your tests done. Once again, my name is Nadia Wall. I'm the Community Impact Coordinator here at United Way of Southwestern Indiana, and I'm also the VITA coordinator. Before we begin, we would just like to say thank you to all of our volunteers this year. Without you, this program would not be available, so thank you for all you do. And once again, we're going to go over creating an account, taking your certifications, and then signing that volunteer agreement form 13615. So we'll begin by going to the Link and Learn website, which is linklearncertification.com. You'll start here at the Start Learning tab. Now, again, this is whenever you are ready to start taking your actual test, okay? As said in the other videos, you can use any other links below to continue to study. So once you're ready to start your test, we'll click on the Start Learning tab. And from here, if you are a returning VITA volunteer, you can go ahead and enter in your name and password. Otherwise, you will have to create an account. And there are just a few things I want to touch on as you go through and create your account. Obviously, the first part is very basic. You'll put in your name. You'll have to have a good email address for you to verify your account. Once you do that, you'll be directed to the second page here where it says group selection. You do not have to select anything on here. You can leave this blank and just go on to create an account. Once you get your account created, you'll get an email to verify your account, and then you should be asked these questions here about your position. You'll just select VITA Volunteer. And as a reminder, you should have all of your answers marked in your test book. At this point, you'll be able to take the answers directly from your book and enter them into the online test. Again, you will have to take a test for each certification. Everyone will need to take the Volunteer Standards of Conduct, which is 10 questions. Everyone will also have to take the Intake and Quality Review test, which is 10 questions as well. Then depending upon your tax preparer level, you can either take that basic with 30 questions or the advanced for 35. So once you get your account created, you can go ahead and log in. On the login page, you're going to select Take Certification Test. And on this page here, you'll see all of the different types of certifications you can take. There'll be basic, advanced. There'll be some there for military, Puerto Rico, a lot of things that are out of our scope. However, for VITA, you'll just either do the advanced basic, or if you're going to be a site coordinator, you would do site coordinator. And you would just click on whichever one you're going to take. And when you do that, it's going to open up all of the tests that you'll take. So there's special instructions for those that are going to just do the intake greeter position. If you're going to just do the intake greeter position, you will have to select one of these from below. It doesn't matter which one you select. Once it opens up, you're going to see those two tests that you'll need to take, and you do not need to take the basic or advanced or site coordinator test. So here in this example, I click the basic test, and when you open it up, you see that there's the volunteer standards of conduct. You see there's that intake interview and quality review test, and then you also see that there is the basic test. So if you are just going to do the intake reader position, you still need to take the volunteer standards of conduct as well as the intake interview and quality review test. And you will take those from right here. You'll just click start. You'll go in, take your test, you'll come back out. You'll click start on the next test, you'll come back out. And then also if you are, again, taking the basic or advanced, you'll click start on your test as well, take it, and you'll come back out to this page. So upon completion of your test, you will receive your score. If you pass, you may close out immediately and take your next test. If you do not pass, you may take the retest immediately, or you may come back after you've studied a little bit more. Remember, you must pass the test with 80% or higher, and you only have 2 chances to pass your test. So once you've completed all of your testing, you'll come back out and you'll see these green little check marks here that indicate you've completed those tests. Once you are done with those 2 tests and your either basic or advanced or site coordinator test, you can click the back button. And after you click the back button, you'll select the home button and it'll take you back to the home page. From the home page, you will select sign form 13615. Once you click that, you'll go into a list of questions that it'll have for you. Please make sure you answer all the questions, especially the one that asks the number of years you've volunteered. If this is your first year, you'll just put 1. There is a question about professional designation, and that is for those that are doing continuing education credits. So you can leave that blank if that doesn't apply to you. At the bottom of the form, there's just a box that says you agree. You'll check that box, and then you'll be able to download the form. Once you download the form, it will look like this. It will have all of your information already pre-populated in there. It'll have your first name, your volunteer position, your obviously your address, email, things like that. It will have your electronic signature. It'll be printed. And then where it says your volunteer certification levels, you'll have a P for each one that you did pass. So for this volunteer standards of conduct, there'll be a P. The intake review, there'll be a P. If you did site coordinator, basic or advanced, there'll be a P for those as well. And then also at the bottom, if you do the continuing education, that will be pre-populated for you as well. And so that is, the most important thing is that once you get this downloaded, please send this along with a copy of your driver's license or your state ID to me. This is the only way that you can volunteer. I know that you've all registered, you all have told me where you want to work at, and so this is the piece that is the most important because without this you cannot volunteer. So we do ask that all testing be completed by January 21st. And again, we'll have 2 trainings prior to that. Let me pull up my calendar here. I'm sorry, I didn't have that information for you guys. It will be on January 7th and January 14th. We'll be doing 2 trainings, and these trainings are just overviews of the test itself. So if you're going through and you're studying, you have questions about any of the questions on the test, or if there's something that you just don't understand in the materials, we will have Lynn, who is our VITA guru. He will come in and he's going to go over both of all of the testing questions and then answer any questions that you may have. There's a lot of new things that are coming up this year, as you know, with the One Big Beautiful Bill and all those changes. So we'll be discussing those as well. And I will send out invites for those two trainings prior to us needing for you to have everything turned in. As far as everything else goes, that is it. Once you get those to me, you are officially a VITA volunteer. And so we'll say thank you for all of your work in volunteering. I think it skipped a page here. Um, So yes, we'll say thank you for all of your work. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to contact me. There's my information. Other than that, be looking out for emails from me regarding next steps as far as getting everybody squared away with any trainings or questions that they may have, and moving on after the first of the year, the 1st of February, to get started with VITA. Thank you guys so much, and you all have a great day.